Here we are at Thunder Valley, the Bristol Motor Speedway, for the running of the Pray for Vegas 300 presented by Sharpie for a great cause, of course. And now, as we take a look at our 42 car field here at Bristol, on the pole with the 97 Jonathan Beeford, 2 is outside the 52 of Eli Bright. Then third you have Coluigi, 4th Patrick Smith, and ranking up the top 5, Beeford's teammate Luke Rainey, the A7. Then 6th you have Tyler Lyman, 7th is Trey Rainey, 8th Evan Hunter, 9th Robert Hernandez, and ranking up the top 10 got Brayson Collins. The rest of the field will go Jay Jefferson, then they got Jacob Richardson, Michael Cantone, Riley Sprayletube, then Carter Friesen and Joe Jefferson, Isaac Nichols and Max Anderson, then Jake West and Alex Stewart, John Gammett and Jay Gammett on the next row, Colton Yo and then Jeff Bright, then Marcus Sachi and Jason Larker, Julius Anderson and Alexander Rowe, then Derek Hamill and Tim Randolph, TJ Hanley and Jason Smito Jr., then Joe Sandrovich and Jim Gambit, Mason Hayward and Jeff Samito, then Steve Larker and Tim Gary, JT Hanley and Justin Heath. Then in 42nd you got Kyle Hunter in the 18. In 41st is your points leader Levi Shones. So it'll be interesting to see him starting on this last row, work his way through the field and try to get as many positions as he can to keep that points lead. So as we get ready to get going, let's take a look at our starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Settle in, relax, take a deep breath. It's a long, hard race. Gotta pace yourself.
As the field starts to roll off, we have to mention that for these first 3 laps of the race, because of what happened out in Las Vegas, we will take a silent first 3 laps for the victims and their families. The pace car is then getting set to go green here at Thunder Valley. Green flag in the air for John before we're racing at Bristol. Thank you for those silent 3 laps. As you saw there, Jonathan Beeford got out, cleared Eli Brett for the race lead. The battle for second has been raging on. Coluigi has a faster car than Eli, looking to the inside for that second position now as they come off of turn number 4. Yeah, Eli's been kind of drifting up the track in turn 1 and turn 3 these last few laps, and it's allowed Luke Rainey to close in as well. Rainey's going to be going for the 3rd position. Fun fact for Luke Rainey, the last time he's won the Target Series, he's number 2 all the way back at the Food City 250 here at Bristol. So is he going to repeat some Bristol magic that he's had in the past and get another Target Series victory here at Bristol? We would find out in about 40 more laps as the battle for 4th is now on. In this race, really to dedicate those to the ones we've lost in the past few days. Obviously, the Vegas victims. Sharpie was generous enough to give up their title sponsor for the race. They are now they're presenting this race. They're not really the name of the race is the Pray for Vegas 300, of course, presented by Sharpie. And then, of course, as we know, just yesterday, the Vegas shootings happened as people were asleep, and we woke up to that news just yesterday. And then just yesterday as well, towards the middle of the day, it was announced that Robert Yates, owner of Robert Yates Racing, made Yates Engines, passed away. So obviously that's heartbreaking, and because of the numbers, obviously one of his more famous numbers, the 88. Of course, we can't do anything for 88. It's a 45-lap race, but another famous number for him, 28. So on lap 28, we will take a silent lap in honor of Robert Yates. And then, of course, we know that just as everyone was going to sleep, they were asleep. Waking up in the morning, we found out that Tom Petty, famous musician, passed away overnight. So a lot of heavy hearts here tonight at Bristol, and I'm sure a lot of these drivers want to get to victory lane to commemorate many of the lost ones that we've lost in these past few days, whether it be the attacks in Las Vegas, Robert Yates passing away, and of course Tom Petty passing away. So now as we get back to the race, Jonathan Beeford is leading. His teammate Luke Rainey has settled into the 3rd position right behind Coluigi. They right now have to get a lot of time up onto the 97, who pulled away because of the 52 kind of holding up second on back. Eli Bright was holding up the 30, the 87, the 20, and Eli has fallen all the way to the 11th position. Remember, he was just up in second a few laps ago. Now he's back into the 11th position. Just shows how the outside lane is here at Bristol. See Joe Jefferson also back here in the 12th position. Where's your points leader Levi Schoen's at? Well, right now he has managed to get up to the 26th position, possible spot in front of him, as the 11 car of Evan Hunter has been kicked to the high side. That would be for the 25th spot. So Schoen's trying to break his way into the top 25. Obviously, that car is pretty fast if he's able to get up there, especially if he's able to keep it on the inside lane. So look, go back up to the front of the field. We see that still out in the race lead, Jonathan Buford in the 97. And running some pretty comparable lap times. Luigi the 30 just a little bit faster than the 97, but not enough to really gain any ground to where it will be noticeable. He might gain just a little bit over these laps, and it might add up to some amounts. That was just the 30 car's fast lap of the race, a tenth faster than Buford, so he is closing in just a little bit. Another thing that could happen, the truck race yesterday was about, 30 laps? That's 15 laps shorter. If these guys possibly start getting clogged up, we could possibly see something like them catching lap traffic, something of that nature. And that would definitely be interesting to watch them catching lap traffic. Last time by, Buford was a tenth faster, but this time by about 3/4 of a second in Luigi's favor. So it's just on and off, but once they catch this lap traffic, which they're going to do easily, coming to lap 20, and they're already onto the back bumper, the 18 and the 6, this could determine a lot. If they start holding up the 97 because they're side by side in front of them, this could really help Luigi and Luke Rainey close ground just a little bit. Remember, Luigi not really in a position to make the chase. He's down in the bottom 5 in points, so not really in a position to make the chase. We've got 25 laps to go, so he's just out here for wins now and great results. Buford needs a win. Luke Rainey up there in the top 10 points. He desperately needs a win to get into the chase. And how great would this be for him? Trey Rainey's been on a downward spiral this Target Series season. He can't even finish races. Seems like something has to go wrong for that 20 team. He's up here in the 4th position. A win would be huge for him as well. So a lot of these drivers up front needing wins, as Jonathan Buford has caught lap traffic. And now does Kyle Hunter, Mason Hayward home up enough to where Luigi can close in? Yeah, that's the big question, because if he slows down a lot, Luigi can get there and possibly get by. But it's just going to depend on how Buford can get by this lap traffic and how lap traffic lets Buford by. So we're approaching lap 28, as we mentioned, a silent lap 28 in honor of Robert Yates, as he passed away just yesterday. Yeah, you can see Jonathan Buford's just last lap was 2/10 slower than what Luigi was, and Luigi is gaining. JT Hanley about to go lap down in 42nd position. He's in the chase because of a Las Vegas win, but it would definitely hurt him if he keeps finishing like this to get into the chase. Momentum builder, or a momentum kind of swing there if he keeps finishing like that, or something along the lines there. So we've got 20 laps to go here at Bristol, 10 miles left. Jonathan Buford still out front, but he has a hungry Luigi and Luke Rainey trying to close in on him, as Buford is stuck behind the lap car of Kyle Hunter. Still nothing anyone can do, as we're on lap 27. Buford with the race lead. Luigi is closing just a little bit though. Now we're going to take a lap of silence in honor of Robert Yates. Thank you for that lap of silence there in honor of Robert Yates. Buford gets underneath Kyle Hunter. That's exactly what he needed to do right there. He has to get by him because Luigi is closing in fast. Luke Rainey did lose some time to JT Hanley. Hanley now pulls down in front of the 4th place driver, Trey Rainey, who's now going to have to try and get by JT any way he can. Look at this for the race lead. It's closed up, coming to 15 to go. Get by Jason Larker and Kyle Hunter. These front two are easily going to do that. In fact, Buford going to be able to clear Larker here. Luigi's going to go side by side into the corner, not what he wants. However, he is closer to the 97, and if Buford catches even more lap traffic, it's going to be even closer. So Luigi trying everything he can to get a win in season number 4 of the Target Series. Jonathan Buford trying to stay out front. He's led every lap so far today from the pole, trying to finish that out, leading 45 laps. But he has a hungry 30 car behind him, and then 3rd, 4th, 5th, all tightly packed up behind the 18 car of Kyle Hunter. Yeah, it's going to take Buford getting really caught in some lap traffic for Luigi to close in. They're running pretty identical lap times. It's kind of switching on and off between who's faster and who's not, but overall, this Buford's race to lose right now. Coming to 12 to go, 11 to go next time by. See back here, Jason Larker kicked to the high side still, that lap car, all the way up top, as 6th on back, really, really tight together. So 11 laps to go here at Bristol. Buford just trying to hold on over Code Luigi. He has a good distance, about 4/10 in between he and the 30 car. Decent amount of time with 10 laps to go. Luke Rainey right now has 3rd place locked up. He has a lap car between he and his brother Trey. And then he also has a lap car in front of him. So he's not really going to be able to gain much because of that 18 car in front of him. In fact, he probably won't be able to get up to these front two unless something happens to both of them. So Buford's now caught Hayward just a little bit there. He's closer to him. Luigi is kind of... He has him in his sights. He's stalking him right now. As we are getting down to the nitty-gritty, Jonathan Buford goes a little bit higher. Code Luigi trying to get a run to the bottom lane. Buford trying to get out of that dirty air of the 6 car possibly, and it might have just ruined that lap time for him, as it has allowed the 30 car right onto the back bumper. Code Luigi, that car is rotating very well into the corner. He is there on the 97. Will we see a classic bump and run? Coming to 6 laps to go. Bristol's just gotten interesting. 2 cars have a shot to win. They are right now bumper to bumper. Yeah, but if Buford can get by Hayward, which looks like he might do right here, that's going to change this whole race. Buford needs to get by Hayward to get away from Code Luigi. 5 laps to go. If he gets by Hayward, they possibly won't have enough time to catch Jeff Bryan others. And can Code Luigi try and find a way around this 97 car? 4 to go at Bristol. 2 miles left. Code Luigi has been fading right there, going to the top side, trying to find any way to get to that 97. It's not going to be enough as they come around to 3 to go. Buford trying to close out a dominating performance here at Bristol. Starting on pole, he's led every lap thus far. All 42 that they've completed. He's going to make it 43 as he comes around to C2 to go. Does Code Luigi have a late charge? 2 to go at Bristol. I don't see it happening. Unless something really happens with the 97 and the 6. I believe this is Buford's race. Code Luigi has to get a lot closer to try and make a move coming off turn 4. White flag one more time around here at Bristol. The Pray for Vegas 300 presented by Sharpie. Who gets the checkered flag? Into turn 3. Code Luigi's not close enough to make a bump and run. Off of turn 4. Jonathan Buford dominates Bristol. Wins over Code Luigi. And the 917 back to victory lane. Buford ekes out a victory over Code Luigi in the 3rd car to get to victory lane here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Wow. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Sharpie 300 at Bristol. There were no caution flags, and one driver led this race. That was Jonathan Buford in the 97. Started on pole, had 45 of 45 laps to get to victory lane. Code Luigi was the guy chasing him down pretty much all race. He ends up 2nd, was very, very close at the end. Possibly a few more laps. Maybe we could see a different outcome. Luke Rainey with a nice 3rd place finish, but nice finishes aren't going to get him into the chase. He needs a win badly before this chase starts. Trey Rainey in 4th, and then Robert Hernandez 5th. Jake Richardson in 6th. 7th, Michael Canto. 8th, Max Harrison. 9th, Isaac Nichols, and rounding out the top 10, Eli Bright. So there's your top 20. See, pretty calm Bristol race, all things considered. Once the leaders got into lap traffic, though, it got very, very interesting among the front two. As we look down 21st to 40th. Your points leader, Levi Schultz, up 24th. So remember when we went back and saw him, he was 25th. He only gained 1 spot in between when we went back and checked on him and the finish. So he does lose some points, 2nd in points. However, he still has the points lead by a slim margin. And then, of course, 38 cars finish on the lead lap. Marcus Sacchi with an issue, a tire issue, puts him out of this race. That was probably the one position Jones gained. So interesting there for the 12 team. They cannot afford that break because if they fall low enough, they possibly will not be able to use their wins into the chase. As now let's go look at the point standings. So here are the point standings after Bristol. Levi Schultz still has the points lead by only 5 points over Max Anderson, who has moved up to 2nd. Patrick Smith is only 13 back in 3rd. Derek Hamill 59 back in 4th, and Luke Rainey up to 5th with a nice run at Bristol. Alex Stewart falls to 6th. Jay Gamet is 7th. Justin Ethan 8th. Isaac Nichols 9th, and TJ Hanley rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. as we mentioned, how wild it would be because Marcus Sachi finished last. He's not even in the top 20 in points right now. Jonathan Buford has another win this season. His only top 5s this season have been wins. Buford moves up to 17th in points right now in the chase because of those 2 wins. But as we look down 21st to 40th, Marcus Sachi into the danger zone. He's barely above the top 30 in points. So right now, if we look at their two-time winners, we have Max Anderson, Alex Stewart, Jonathan Buford, and Steve Larker. Those are 4 right now. And then as we look down, 5 for Bracey Collins, 6, 7 are Jeff Bright and Marcus Hatch. Those are right now 7 spots taken up. And as we look, 8 is Levi Shones, 9th Jay Gamet, 10th is Justin Heath, 11th TJ Hanley, 12th is Evan Hunter. So Hunter now has the final spot by 60 points over Tyler Lyman. So Lyman, JT Hanley with victories are going to be out as of now. I don't believe anyone down here has 1 victory besides Jake West, who's down 39th. He can't even use it anyways. So it's going to come down to TJ Hanley, Evan Hunter, but possibly we saw Patrick Smith, Derek Hamill. Smith is only 13 points out of the lead. If he can get to that points lead and keep it, that's another spot taken up, which would knock Evan Hunter out. If Derek Hamill wins, he's going to obviously be ahead of Hanley, Hunter, whatever. That would knock Hanley out. Luke Rainey could win. That would knock Justin Heath out. So possibly having 1 win down there 10th in points, that's not guaranteeing a chase spot. So that's very, very interesting heading to these final few races before the chase. So the next race will be the Southern 300 at Darlington. See you guys then.